So the next technique, this is probably my favorite way to escape the mount. It's still very basic again, it's nothing too fancy, but what I like about it is it's sort of using a lot of diagonals with the body and you're pulling things in to places that they might not otherwise go. And it's again, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's something that always works and is very practical, easy to do. So from this position, what I want to think about doing is Stefan's in mount, okay? I've got him on top of my hips, but the regular bridging motion isn't working. So I'm here and I want to bridge him over. He's not really moving that much. So one of the things that I like to do from here is, again, this elbow being tucked in, that never changes. But what I want to do is I want to try and shift to my side a little bit. I may not be able to move Stefan a lot, but I can certainly try to move myself a little bit, right? So as opposed to being flat on my back, I want to bridge and just come to sort of like a slight angle to the floor, maybe about 45 degrees. You don't want to come too far over because then you expose your back and you can get your back taken, right? That was definitely a mistake of mine for many years. So we're here. I'm slightly angled towards the floor. Again, my inside leg is flat. My other leg, this time, instead of doing a regular knee elbow, I'm just going to take my outside leg and I'm going to reach across. So I'm reaching my far leg over and across to trap Stefan's leg. From here, Stefan's foot is light because his weight is in his knees because he's trying to stay on top of me. So I'm going to hook his foot and pull it over my knee. And from here, I have a little bit easier time doing the knee elbow, right? So I've pushed his knee over. Now again, I'm going to go in for the underhook, switch my base to the other side. And from here, I like to start in half guard and possibly work into something else, right? So from here, I've now seen the underhook. I've trapped the leg. From here I can go back into one of the sweeps or escape out the back like we did earlier in the disc. So again, Stefan's seated on top of my hips. I have my legs so that he can't come underneath me and grapevine, right? I'm thinking about framing and I'm going to bring my elbow on the inside. The important detail here, guys, is again, when we're trying to bridge, if you're finding that your partner is really tough to move, don't worry about them, think about yourself, right? I can't move Stefan, but I can certainly try to move myself a little bit. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and try and bridge just a little bit so I can get on my side and I'm not flat on my back, right? This is all that I need. I don't want to overextend myself and expose my back. I just want to stay at a slight angle to the floor. This leg right here, it's still on the inside. It's flat, which is great. A little detail that we want to remember is if your partner is really tucking their foot in close to you, one of the things that you can do to make it easier to trap this leg is to actually walk this foot out just a little bit. Now that I've pushed my knee out, it makes Stefan's foot way more accessible to me so that when I throw my leg over and trap it, it's already there. So now I'm going to go ahead and scoop the leg because it's light, and then I'm going to go for the knee elbow. And then once I come here, I'm going to look for the underhook and I'm going to push my body, rock like a boat to the other side. And I've blocked the knee. I can assume the half guard position here, or like I said, you can swing out. But if you want to go back to the regular guard, you can come here. And I can come up to a seated guard.